Okay, continuing on with 7.2, we're on guided practice, which is on page 188. I hope that you have been really looking at this Explore. I'm just going to go back a little bit. Oh, we're on the wrong page. It's not 188. I apologize. We're on number 2, which is 182. Excuse me. 182. So we are going to be using proportional relationships. What does that mean? It means we have to find the proportions. And a proportion is a statement that two ratios or rates are equivalent. That's what it means. Two rates or rates are equivalent. That is a proportion. All right. Don't get hung up on the schematics of it, but do understand the vocabulary of it. On page 182, we are looking at finding unknown value in each proportion. The first thing you're going to notice when you're looking at this are these little boxes, and everything is broke down. We're going to be doing cross dividing and multiplying. And so in the first one, number 1, it says 3/5 equals 30 on the bottom and blank on the top. So we're going to, whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. Remember that basic rule. So if we go here and we look at 5 divide 30, what is our number? 6. So we're going to put 6 here, and we're going to put a 6 here. And then I'm going to erase this, my little work area here. And so 6 times 3 is what? It is 18. Easy peasy, right? That is our proportion, 18 and 30. Number 2 is 4 over 10. Again, we have to do the math, and we have to figure out what each one is. In this case, they have us 10 is bigger than 5, so you have to divide, right? So how many times will 5 go into 10? Well, it'll go in there 2 times. We know this, okay? And if we divide 2 into 4, what do we have? We have 2. So our number is 2 over 5. Okay? Making sense to you? All right. So on our next one, we have partners. Oops, sorry about that. We have 2 partners who are in business. Leah makes $3 in profits for every $4 that Joe makes. If Joe makes $60 in profit on the first item they sell, how much profit does Leah make? So you're going to do the same thing as we did here. We're going to look at this and come up with that profit number. So you may want to do it just like we have here and write it out. So we have 3 to 4. Okay, so we have 3, 4, and then she makes $60 on the first item. Okay, so what would that number look like? How many times will 4 go into 60? Well, 4 divides 60 is what? 15. Okay, so 3 times 15 equals what? 45. So how much is it? It's 45. Okay? All right. So Hendrik wants to enlarge a photo that is 4 inches wide and 6 inches tall. How the enlarged photo keeps the same ratio. How tall will the enlarged photo be if it's 12 inches wide? You're going to set it up the same way. So you have 4 and 6 and 12 inches wide. Okay, so what would that number be? How would you divide or would you multiply? You would multiply. Okay, so you're going to multiply it because we've got the 12, right? So 12 I'm going to set. We have 3 and we have 4. I'm sorry, 3 and 6. Excuse me. And I don't know why I want to say 3. We have 4 right here, and we have 6. All right. And 4, the 12 inch wide, that's on the top. So we're going to go 12. So how many times would we divide? 4 will go into 12. How many times? 3. So now we're going to times 6 times 3 gives us 18. So it would be 18 inches tall. Okay? So it would be 12 by 18. I hope that makes some sense to you. And one of the things that I end up doing is I'm showing you these things and then I don't completely go out. So if I was to take it completely out to where it should be, okay, we have 12 over here. We have to figure out what is going to equal, okay? And so we know that we have to, and I did it backwards. We know that we have to figure out what that number is, okay? Divide something, right, to get to 4, which will equal 4. And we know that we have the 6 underneath. So once we have that 3, then we can multiply. And that's why it's called, and that's how we find that proportion. We have to do this part first before we can do this part. This is the second part. So it's 18 inches. Okay. Let's take a look at another one. I hope I didn't confuse anybody. Sometimes I confuse myself, believe it or not. It's easy to do when you start doing these. Keep in mind that it's always going to be more problem. You're going to have a couple different steps that you have to do. So number 5, a person on a moving sidewalk travels 21 feet in 7 seconds. The moving sidewalk has a length of 180 feet. How long will it take to move from one end of the sidewalk to the other? So we are looking at feet and seconds and feet. So to set this up, we're going to have to figure out how many feet per second, right? How many feet will that go, or how many seconds will it take to go that 180 feet? So we're going to be multiplying, dividing, and multiplying. All right? So if we have 21 over 7, and then we have 180 is our total. So what are we going to do? We have to divide and then we have to multiply. Send me your answer. I'd like to see what you come up with. And I want you to do the same on number 5 and number 6. Okay, representing musical pattern. There are 56 beats and 7 measures. How many measures are in 140 beats? Remember that you're looking at example 2 and how they set it up. So if you go back and you look at example 2, they're doing cross multiplying just like I did, right? And they have it set up as multiplying and or dividing. Exactly the same thing is what I have been doing. All right. So number 6, figure that one out. Send me what your answer is. Number 7, how many minutes? A couple rests for 25 minutes in 5 hours. How long did they rest in 8 hours? So we have to figure that out and then times it. So they would actually, what's 5 times 8? What is it? It's 40. That's just looking at it. You can tell what that is. If she has 6 paychecks in 12 weeks. How many paychecks does she get in 52 weeks? So how would you do that one? Well, this one you're not going to multiply 6 by 12. You have to come up with how much she gets per week, and then you can answer that. So you have your two-parter on that one. So she would actually have 26 paychecks. See if you can figure out the math on that one. Send me your work. How did you get to 26? And what's the actual distance between Jeanette and Monroe? So now we're talking about scaling on a map, right? And so we have to know how much is what. In this particular case, 1.5 centimeters. So 1 centimeter equals 16 equals 16 kilometers. So now we're going to figure out map, scale. What is that scale? So that's example 3. And when you're looking at that, you're finding your inches to kilometers. So in this case, it's 1, okay? And it is 16. 1 centimeter equals 16 kilometers. And if it's 1.5, how many kilometers is that? Okay, what would our kilometers be? So our actual kilometers, if it's half, you got a half, right? Because you have half of that. So you would half that. So what is 16 and 8? Because half of 16 is 8, correct? And add those together, and what do you get? You get 24. So she would have to go 24 kilometers. Remember to label. Kilometers. That one was kind of easy, I think, because it's pretty easy to break it down. You know that you're going to have a half. And so what's half of 16? That's what we divided. Half of 16 is 8, and that gives us, we add it to the 16, that gives us the 24. Easy peasy. Okay, guys, let me know how you do on this one. Each time we go through one of these now, it's going to get a little harder and a little harder. I'm anxious to see what you come up with. Remember to send me your work and your answers. Talk to you soon. Bye.